Yeah, so there's been two incidents recently. Well, there's been quite a few, but two bigger ones. We're in the playground now, so we've got a couple of picnic benches in here, and we've got it on camera actually. We've got one of the picnic benches which was taken off its locks and actually just smashed to pieces by a bunch of teenagers, about 15 of them. Which isn't great, and it's a well-used playground. There's lots of different families and groups and students that use this space, and as well as missing a bench, we've got the cost now of having to replace that, which is a cost to our charity to do so. You can obviously claim these things on insurance, but then the excesses are too much and such, so it is a cost to our charity, as well as kind of clearing it up as well. The other incident we had was a fire in our recycling compound where some people got in. Again, we think it was teenagers, we've been told, from somebody who saw something happening, that got into our skips and set fire to the paper and cardboard skips, caused a lot of damage. And again, that's recycling that won't now get recycled, so it's contaminated. Just needs to kind of be composted away somewhere. But again, it's money from the charity as well, that small income that we would have had by getting that recycled, as well as the massive amount of work that went into clearing it up, both from our volunteers and our staff that had to go in afterwards and see what had happened and actually try and clear it up and get back to normal. And for our volunteers as well, and for our staff, it's quite disheartening. And we get a lot of volunteers who put a lot of work into keeping the nature reserve and the play area nice and clean and mown and looked after, and to see something like that, it does upset people as well, and you kind of think, well, what are they going to do next? And it's just not a nice feeling to have around the place.
And obviously, in regards to these incidents, you're working with the police to investigate those. You've got CCTV. You've also got people who tell you about things that happen, and of course, it is ultimately still a very safe place to come and enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's we've not gone back to the days of 10 years ago where there was burnt out cars and we were finding bags of used needles around the place and things like that. It's so much a safer place than what it used to be, and it's changed massively over the last 5-6 years as we have more people from the local area and wider using the space for the right reasons, and it creates a much nicer atmosphere. What we don't want to happen is for people to feel that they can't come here at a certain time, or can't use the site because they're scared they might get threatened or there might be something going on. So we really don't want to kind of take it back to that. As you say, we are working with the police, and there have been a few other incidents in this area. So hopefully by putting the word out there and working with them, we can try and catch who did it, and try and make a difference so people can still enjoy the site and the area.
And on that point, coming up this weekend, you've got an event exactly aimed at that.
Yeah, we do. So as I said, we've got loads of people who do use this site for the right reasons, to spot wildlife, to run through, to cycle through, to have picnics in, which is great. But on Saturday from 2:30 till 5:30, we've got an event all focused on the wildlife. The nearly 1,000 species that we've got recorded here, from wildflowers to birds to otters, to different invertebrates, bumblebees. So we've got an event on, and using the skills of our staff and our volunteers, we're going to be showcasing some of that wildlife and leading walks around, and discovering what we can find. But at the moment, the place is full of wildflowers, which is then full of bees and lots of birds about. So it's a really nice time to come and visit. So a really nice positive thing that we want as many people as possible to come and enjoy, and see the hard work that the volunteers do and the impacts it has.